Hello and welcome to all you Taurus people. This is your yearly horoscope for the year of 2021 in a not too long video because after this video I want you to know that this is the most important thing for 2021 in general for the Taurians. And two things I'm going to discuss here. The Saturn-Uranus square, actually the Jupiter-Saturn-Uranus square, very important. And secondly, the nodes. Now I have to say for Taurians, on a general level, of course, take what resonates for you because these are not personal horoscopes. But in general, 2021 is an important year for the fixed signs, and you're one of them. There are four fixed signs: Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. And you are the one that is most favored by other outer planets like Pluto in another earth sign of Capricorn, and Uranus in another earth sign of, in your sign. Not another earth sign, but in your sign. So when these outer planets, they kind of touch our sign, it means like big changes are coming. And for the fixed signs, they are really, really in the picture. Last year, it was the cardinal signs. This year, it is the fixed signs. And for you, in particular, it's Uranus. Uranus is the planet that's throughout the whole year, already starting in January. It's gonna bump into a stressful aspect with Saturn. Now, what is this all about? Uranus is about, I want to change. I'm done with it. I feel like I'm in a rut. I want to change things fast. And yes, even when it's chaotic, let me deliver some freedom here. Now, it bumps into Saturn, which wants the opposite, basically. Saturn is, no, let's keep the old, let's persevere, let's keep what is working for us. And, restrictions, things go slow and whatnot. So it's bumping into each other, which shows that, yes, for the Taurians, changes are coming. Absolutely. But slow. And I think for Taurus in general, this is not the worst energy, because Taurians are known to be very fixed energy, and they rather prefer an old situation that's not even healthy for them, but it's known, instead of a situation that is unknown and that they kind of feel that is actually better for them. So that is a bit the pitfall of the Taurian. But this is going to change, and Uranus is in your sign. So I'm going to talk about this aspect. It's for all the Taurians, but for some Taurians in particular, they will feel it more. And I'm going to talk about who is this, what kind of Taurians. These are the Taurians who've got planets between 5 degrees up until like 13, 14 degrees of Taurus. That part actually. And that is when you were born around and about the 25th of April, excuse me, up until like the 5th to 6th of May. So these are going to feel it the most, what I'm going to talk about. But the other Taurians will feel it as well. So this Uranus is in your sign. So this is also about you want a change. You are gonna change. I mean, even your physical appearance can change. All of a sudden, you're done with it. You maybe had the classical look and now you go for the bohemian look or whatnot. It's certainly not bad or good. It is what it is. But Uranus is about, I am changing. I'm freeing myself up. And you're gonna do that, dear Taurians, which is gonna have a knock-on effect in your relationships. So if you are in a marriage, if you are in, a boyfriend, a girlfriend or whatnot, with Uranus in your sign, wow, you want authenticity, and that's, if you weren't like that before in the relationship, this is going to show itself. Of course, the other person is going to say, what the hell is going on with my dear Taurian, right? So if you have been a people pleaser, past time, you're ruled by Venus, so Taurians, they tend to be also a bit less than the Librans, but sometimes they really tend to people please a bit too much. This is over, especially for the ones that I just mentioned. This is over with Uranus in your sign. You won't be able to do that anymore because Uranus is about honesty and it's about authenticity. It's about, this is who I am. So you can expect, when you are in a relationship, some friction there because of that. But that's the goal. The goal is that you want to get more authenticity, and that person can do two things. It can adapt with you or not. And then, of course, there is a conclusion there. When you are single, you will attract relationships that are a bit out of the ordinary. That can be plenty of things, but things that are not really ordinary. Therefore, I mean not the, marrying at 25, having 2 kids, having a Labrador, and so on. That's, in my point of view, the ordinary. But anyways, the ordinary is like you're marrying someone who's 20 years older or younger, or you marry someone from a totally different culture, or you're falling for someone who's always away for travel, for work, etc., etc. So that is the relationships. When you are single, you could attract a very Uranian kind of relationship. Again, not good or bad, it is what it is. When you are in a relationship, watch out for your authenticity. Be as authentic as you can and start small. So that other person can adapt with you. Okay? So this Uranus, this change that you want, that all Taurians want for the moment, that has a bit of an effect on Saturn in your 10th house, your social status or work. So if you do work, work can be very tough now with Saturn there, squaring up to Uranus. So you want all these changes, but there is something about your work or your position in the world, or the thing that you want to do in life, it is holding you back. There are some changes that you need to make. At the same time, you're also having Jupiter there in your 10th house. So it's not all doom and gloom. There are new opportunities going to come your way when it comes to work. But you need to see them and you need to grasp them, especially in the beginning of the year, in January, when Jupiter is also very strong connecting with Uranus. And also Mars in your sign in January. So if you really want to make the changes, do it quick and at the beginning of the year. But it will be a bit of a pull and push energy when it comes to you and when it comes to your career. But definitely you can make changes in your career, but you also need to keep on holding on to what is already working for you. Like the things that you've learned throughout the years with your career, take it with you when you want to make a change. You don't have to burn bridges, so to speak, okay? Or boats, or how do they call that? But definitely for a lot of Taurians, there could be more responsibilities when it comes to career. To do the same, it demands like more energy, more effort. But keep on going is the message here. Keep on going. It's only temporary. But it can be throughout the year with peaks and lows. I'm going to say that in the monthlies, where you've got this stressful aspect between I want to change and I don't want to change, So a bit stressful, but there is help there when it comes to the 9th house of Pluto. So Pluto is, like last year, it is in Capricorn, and that is your 9th house of your vision. So that means that the changes that you are making, they are really on the long term. And you are getting like this deep transformation on the background, so to speak, because it's in a trine, which means it goes easy. The ones that I'm mentioning now in particular, the ones who are born like around and about the 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th of May, they will feel this good support, having a vision, knowing where you're heading at and transforming that. Your connection with the universe, your connection with the divine. So all Taurians feel that, but in particular that group that I just mentioned. So there is support, and the support is really on a spiritual level, so to speak. When it comes to Neptune, another outer planet, this is still like last year in your 11th house. So nice connections with friends that could be very compassionate, idealistic. You know, the one thing you need to take care of is that you're not too idealistic. But Neptune is in a water sign. That goes very well with your earth sign. So when it comes to friends, when it comes to connections, when it comes to your goals for the future, there is very healing energy almost throughout your friends. You learn a lot about compassion, you learn a lot about understanding others. That's very smooth, nice energy. So I already talked about career, I already talked about relationships, which is a bit tricky there, or could be a little bit tricky. Now, last but not least, I want to talk about the nodes. The nodes are all pointing towards your second house, which is the North Node in Gemini. And Gemini is, the North Node is about what you need to do in life now, whilst you're going to have eclipses there. And the second house is your house. It's the Taurian house. It's the house of, I earn my own money, I do my own stuff, I develop my own talents, I create self-worth. So what I invite you to do is really to focus on you earning your money, not being dependent on other people too much, because that's the South Node. South Node in the 8th house is about trusting others and having resources of other people. And I'm not saying that you can't you can't just say yes to what people are offering to you, whether it is money, whether it is emotional support. But what I'm saying is it's better to be self-sufficient now. Okay, so the universe is really saying depend on Taurus, depend on you. Don't depend too much on other people. That's not the destiny now. Okay, so work hard, hustle for the money, be self-sufficient, be the true Taurian that you are. Enjoy yourself as well with the good foods and the good drinks and whatnot, and the good sex, and enjoy it as much as you can. The North Node in the second house, but really take care of you first and foremost, and then all the rest in your atmosphere, all the people around you will benefit from that on a higher level. Having said that, what an interesting year for the Taurians. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye. A good 2021.